Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healings. I'm Summer Avalon. It's been a while since I've had technical difficulties to start the show. I guess usually it's somewhere between the middle or between the beginning and the end, not at the beginning anymore. Oh, and there's Jane. Welcome, Jane. So yes, I tweaked a few settings and I don't know if that screwed things up. It shouldn't have, but yes. So tonight's going to be a good night. I told someone that tonight was show number 77. Actually, it is show number 78. Ooh, Leslie and Paula and Marina along with Jane. That's cool. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here tonight. So tonight, pretty much a continuation on most weeks. Ooh, Jane, is there a story behind that? All right, Joanne, I've got you first on the list there. Okay, forgiveness and gratitude. And Jane, we will do some good luck, bad luck buttons because I know every once in a while mine gets flipped the wrong way and I have regrets that I don't check more often, so I appreciate that. Okay. Ouch. Okay, so Jane, do you want me to put your fingers on the list and we'll just do good luck, bad luck buttons for everyone who wants it? All right, Marina, I've got frustration on your list. Nice, Leslie. If there's anything you want to be worked on tonight, just let me know. And I know I need to check some because somebody gave me a text. Oh, so I thought there was something in there. Let me just double check that. Just make sure I don't miss anyone. Okay. All right. Oh, and there is Valerie. All right, so Jane, we're going to work on your finger. Ooh, that just doesn't sound good. And Leslie, overall health. Valerie, tummy issues. Oh, I thought you were doing better after last week. All right, Charlotte, let me know what you want to work on. Anne Marie, frustration and commitment. Okay. All right, so I'm going to say who I've got on my list just because it scrolled a little fast. So I've got Joanne, Jane, Marina, Leslie, Valerie, Charlotte, and Anne Marie. I don't think I missed anybody. Let's see. Just scrolling back to see. And then in just a moment, we will start the healing pulse. Oh, there's Paula. I miss Paula. So Paula, more patient. Not always easy these days with people. Okay. Okay. I think I got everybody, but if ever you think I might have left you off, let me know. So let me just check one thing. And we will do our first healing pulse of the night. Okay. All right. So anyone new who has not done a healing pulse, or it's been a while, let me give you directions. So the healing pulse works very well when you direct the energy to a certain issue. And with that, you need to think about where you want to receive the energy, especially if it's an emotional issue or anxiety. Where do you feel that in your body? Because that's where you'll want to direct the energy to. And so once you know where you want to direct the energy, or even if you don't, all right, Joan wants us to wait for her and Nazia, who is new tonight. So hopefully she'll be here. Welcome. I thought you guys were going to come over on YouTube, Joan. Although it's a little lonely over there because everyone else is on Facebook. Oh, I did have some technical problems. That might be part of it. Oh, good. Okay. So with the healing pulse, you want to think about where you want to receive the energies. So if it is something physical, that's a pretty easy thing to know where you want to receive the energies. But if it's something emotional or anxiety related, you need to think about where you feel those emotions or where you feel anxiety. Like for me, when I feel anxiety, most of the time it's in the pit of my stomach. So that's where I typically would send the energy. If you don't have a place, I would suggest sending the energy to your head or your heart. So now that you've got your place selected, I want you to rub your hands together until they are warm, and then place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. And then next I want you to imagine my hands on your hands. And so not only are you receiving my healing frequencies, but also your own. So it's sort of double the healing. And so with my hands on yours, imagine the energy starting to flow, and it sort of pulses, hence the name Healing Pulse. Excuse me. And so imagine the energy flowing through my hands to your hands and then going exactly to where it needs to go. So imagine the energy coming in and directing the pulse exactly to the right area. And then it pauses, and then it goes in again a little deeper. So just breathe that energy in and be open and allowing the energy to flow. Excuse me. So open and allowing. Just breathing that energy in. And so that was our first healing pulse of the night. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know how you did. And next we will just jump right in and get started. I've already got a list going, so let me know if you want to work on something. Oh, Valerie's already making room for more healing with yawning. Yawning is sort of a sign that the healing is really starting to affect you, because a yawn is a release of the energies and it creates more room for the healing energies. So with this, we're going to start with releasing negative beliefs that are related to the issue that you gave, and then we will work on releasing negative emotions. And depending on how far we get, we will probably do some group positive emotion instead of individual, just because with this many people, it's probably going to run over a little bit. Okay, Leslie's tingling, Valerie's burping and yawning. So hopefully that means it's going to be an intensely healing night for you, Valerie. All right, so we're going to start with Joanne, who's working on forgiveness and gratitude. And I think a lot of us could probably benefit from working on that. Oh, and I grabbed a card for tonight just to see what our theme was. And I used a different deck. I don't typically have tarot decks, but I have what's called oracle cards. And this is a goddess guidance oracle cards. And so they have all sorts of goddesses, anywhere from Greek to Egyptian to biblical. And so look what came up. Mary Magdalene. And so the theme for tonight is unconditional love. And I really like the message on here. It says, love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So that's sort of a nice little reminder, because especially when things happen, we often judge, and sometimes there's underlying reasons for things. Yes, it's sort of cool. Linda Blair, huh? Okay. All right. So, love and forgiveness. Actually, forgiveness and gratitude for Joanne. So let me just see. We're going to work on that negative belief that's playing a role. All right. So this is a negative belief, but I have this belief myself, and I don't necessarily think it's that negative unless a person takes it too far. And the statement is, I am imperfect. So, as I said, I believe that I'm imperfect because that takes the pressure off of me being perfect. Because I think when you really focus on being perfect, it creates so much more stress because we're human. We're not AI, we're not anything automatic. So, being imperfect, I think, takes the pressure off. But Joanne, this tells me you probably try and be a little bit too perfect, so you beat yourself up when you're not. So let's go ahead and release this for you, Joanne, because I think that will help you appreciate yourself, and more of who you are. So let's go ahead and release that. Ooh, Joan, that's a good one. Love. All right, so let's release that from Joanne. So that released, and the voids have been filled with healing energy. Next, Jane. So Jane had some bad luck with her, what did you say? Was it your garage door? And had some squished her finger. So she's made a special request that we work on our good luck or bad luck buttons. We've done this probably 4 or 5 times. And so typically a person, your good luck button needs to be turned on and your bad luck button needs to be turned off. So here's an example for me of a bad luck button being turned on is last spring. I fell on the ice and I'm sort of old and I've never fallen face first on ice. And I did, and I fell on my face. So my bad luck button was on because I've never ever fallen that way. But I mean, my good luck button was also on. So when I hit the blacktop face first, it could have been an ambulance call. But I think divinely somebody guided my face and shifted it so I hit my cheek, because otherwise I think it would have been really horrible. So that's examples of good luck button, bad luck button. So yeah, and so I think Jane's bad luck button is on. So I get a yes for that. So I think Jane will go through the list, and then we'll do good luck, bad luck buttons. But I want to just work on that finger right now, and let me just see if there is a negative belief that is adding to the discomfort. So let's see if we can at least take the edge off of the discomfort. I mean, it will still be there, but hopefully it'll be not as extreme. Ouch. All right, so I've got one. Let me just see. Age 19, Jane, I'm nothing. Let's get rid of that. That might be part of the problem, Joanne. You think you're perfect, and so when you're not, you beat yourself up. I'm glad you're yawning, though. You're making room for healing. Okay, so Jane, I've got that released, and the voids have been filled. Marina, we're going to work on frustration for you. And I know Joan had said her friend Marina is on too. So we'll have to see if she comments too. All right, so Marina, frustration. Let me see, because there is a negative belief that's playing a role in that. Ooh, I am unimportant. Let's definitely get rid of that, but let me find an age for you for that. Age 16, Marina. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So Naz, we're going to put you down for peacefulness. That's a nice one. All right, so we're going to release I am unimportant for Marina. So that released, and the voids have been filled. Leslie wants to work on her overall health, and there is a negative belief that's playing a role with her. Ooh, I am unwelcome. Let me get you an age on that, Leslie, and we'll see if it brings to mind a certain event or situation. Around age 18, Leslie. So ages are one of the hardest things though. So keep in mind when I say 18, it's typically plus or minus a year. So it could be 17, 18, or 19. So that released and the void has been filled. Valerie, working on tummy issues. Oh, I'm so sorry, Marina. But the good thing is, you will be less sensitive to this now as an adult because we've released that. So I think it will help you be more confident, which that's always a good thing when you have this trapped. So Valerie, tummy issues, and there is a negative belief, so let's see what that is. Ooh, I am insignificant. I never think of you that way, Valerie. Insignificant. Let me get an age on that. 19. Let's get rid of that. Good, Leslie. I'm glad that resonated. Okay, so Valerie, I did get that to leave, and the voids have been filled. Charlotte, I've got you on my list, but I don't have anything written down. I think you were gonna. I asked that you tell me what. Just looking through to see. All right, so Charlotte, I'm just gonna do something that will help you overall. In the future, keep in mind it's nice to have a topic that you want to work on. So let's see if you have a negative belief that's affecting just your overall, just affecting you overall. I am awkward. Let me get an age on that because I think some ages that's sort of typical. 16. So let's go ahead and release that for you, Charlotte. Oh, that does sound rather uncomfortable, Leslie, and that's too bad because you should be welcomed, with your family. Okay, so Charlotte, that released and the voids have been filled. So in another minute or so, we will be doing the next healing pulse. All right, Anne Marie, you had asked to work on frustration and forgiveness. And there is a negative belief that's relating to both. So let's see what that is. Ooh, I am nothing. Let me get an age on that. Age 26, Anne Marie. Let's get rid of that. That's not helpful. Okay, so that did release and the voids have been filled. Ooh, that was the same one as last week, Anne Marie. What did we have the week before? Ooh, the week before it was I don't exist. One of these weeks, Anne Marie, you're just going to pop up and be fully 100% visible. All right, so that released. Let's just see what ages those were. So last week, teenager. The week before, teenager 2. So at least these are different, totally different events. Same trapped belief though. Okay. We are doing the next healing pulse. And for those of you who experience a deeper healing with breath, I will add a breath technique. We'll do the box breath. For those of you who don't really notice a difference, just breathe in deeply, breathe out deeply. Okay? So think about where you want to receive the energy. And I want you to rub your hands together until they are warm. And then place your hands exactly where you want to receive the healing frequencies. Imagine my hands upon yours, and you are open and allowing the energy to flow. And so for the box breath, for those of you who want to do that, breathe in as deep as you can and hold it. When you can't hold it any longer, breathe out. Also imagine as you're breathing out, anything that doesn't serve your highest good is releasing. So, and then when you're done breathing out, hold. So in and hold, out and hold. And then just imagine that energy flowing exactly to where it needs to go. Open and allowing. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 2. And then we're going to continue on with individual healing. If you are not on the list, feel free to add anything that you need to work on. So Paula, we are working on you having more patience with people. So let's see if there's a negative belief that is playing a role in that. And there is. Ooh, I don't matter. Let's get an age on that for you, Paula. I'm glad you're able to stop by for part of the night, Leslie. Hope to see you next week. All right, and I will add you to in with the rest of the session though too, so you can see it on the replay. All right, so Paula. Round age 18. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. That is not helping you at all. Okay, so that released and the voids have been filled. Joan wants to work on love, so let's see what comes up for that. I can't understand. Let me get an age for that, Joan. Age 24, Joan. I can't understand. Okay, so that released and the voids have filled. All right, next is Naz, and she wants to work on peacefulness. But there is a negative belief that's playing a role in making that harder, so let's see what that is. Ooh, I am vulnerable. Let me get an age for you on that. Around age 18, Naz. So I'm going to go ahead and release that. And when you have like a trapped belief, a trapped negative emotion, it makes you more sensitive to that. And it can also make you feel almost paranoid, like when it comes to vulnerability or any of these other beliefs that we've had. And it makes what you feel unusually heightened in a negative way. So it's definitely good to release. Okay, so that did release, and the voids have been filled. Next, we're going to do good luck button, bad luck button. So who wants to know where their buttons are? So with this, your good luck button should be on, and your bad luck button should be off. And I know Jane wants this, because so Jane's bad luck button was on. Was her good luck button off? Yes. So you're totally flip-flop, Jane. All right. Paula, Joanne wants to know. You are very welcome, Naz. All right. Marina. Anne Marie. If I've missed you, just let me know. Okay. So I've got Jane, Paula, Marina, Anne Marie, and Joanne about the good luck or bad luck buttons. If I didn't say your name and you want to know, just put yes. Oh, and then I've got Valerie and Joan. Okay. All right. So Jane was totally flip-flop. Let's see what Paula. So Paula, your bad luck button is off, which is what you want. Is your good luck button on? No. Okay, so we need to turn on your good luck button. So at least you only had one. All right, so Marina, let's see. So Marina's bad luck button is off. So that's good. All right, is Marina's good luck button on? No. Okay, so we need to turn that on. Anne Marie, bad luck button off? Ooh. No. So we need to turn her bad luck button off. And is Anne Marie's good luck button on? No. All right, so Charlotte, I'm adding you to the list. So Anne Marie, both of yours are flip-flopped. So Joanne, let's see about yours. Anne Marie had both. Okay, so Joanne, bad luck button. So your bad luck button is off. And let's see, your good luck button. Good luck button is on. Joanne, cool. You're the first one that they're both where they should be. All right, Joan, bad luck button off? No. All right. And is Joan's good luck button on? No. So Joan's flip-flop too. All right, Valerie, bad luck button on? No. So that's good to not have your bad luck button on. And is her good luck button on? No. So we need to, Valerie just needs her good luck button turned on. Charlotte, let's see if Charlotte has her bad luck button. Is her bad luck button off? No. Okay, so All right, is her good luck button on? Yes. Also, that's good. Okay, so, all right, I'm gonna do me too. So is my bad luck button off? Yes. Ooh, yay. It was icy the other day, and I was so afraid that I was gonna fall. And that's just a horrible feeling. Normally, I don't worry about any of that. All right. Okay, so I'm actually okay. All right, so we're gonna make sure that all of you have your bad luck button turned off. So even if your button positive or negative was where it was supposed to be, I'm gonna just reinforce it too. All right, so we want Jane and Paula and Marina and Anne Marie and Joanne and Joan and Valerie and Charlotte and me to all have our bad luck button turned off. Okay, so let's see. Did anyone not switch to having their bad luck button switched off? No, okay. Everybody switched. If so you either stayed the same where you were supposed to be, or if your bad luck button was on, we switched it off. All right, so let's make sure everybody's good luck button is turned on and reinforced in that way. Okay, so I'm just going to check and make sure that everybody, your good luck has been turned on, and I get a yes. So that's cool. So what time is it? Oh, 2 minutes. We are going to do our next healing pulse. So I'm going to do my little commercial that I don't do a very good job of. So, like Jane, if your good luck button was on and your bad luck button was off, what I would have expected with the door is that maybe it was more of a near miss, and so the door was coming down and you were able to pull your hand out just in the nick of time. And so that's when you say thank you, because somebody was looking out for you and pulling your hand out. I don't know, Valerie. Is there an entity in there? Oh. All right. So, commercial. Until the end of January, I have a special for brand new clients, or if you want to buy a session for someone who has not had a regular full session with me, I've got a really good deal. Instead of $90 for a session, it is $60, and so that is good through the end of the month. After that, it'll go up to the regular rate, which is either $90 for a session or 3 for $225. And then what else do I have going on? Oh, I did get a new book. Did I show you guys this last week? I can't remember. I don't think I did. It's called Moonology. So I know many of you are really affected by the moon. I'm not. And so so this will help me understand what you're going through. Is that helpful, Jane? So part of it's like when you have a near miss, you know somebody was helping you. Okay, so I think that was all I had. But for those of you who have sessions regularly with me, I've got like 2 new tools that I'm really having fun with. Very interesting and very different kinds of things that comes up. All right, so Anne Marie, we will continue to work on that. So let's do a healing pulse, and then we'll do the next round and work on pulling negative trapped emotions. So let's do our third healing pulse of the night. So think about where you want to receive the energy and rub your hands together. And then place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. And if that box breath was helpful to you, continue with that. In the past we've done other breaths, so I think we'll just stick with the box breath tonight. So just breathe in that energy. Imagine it going exactly to where it needs to go, and you're being open and allowing the energy to flow. Each time it gets a little deeper and helps healing a little stronger. Just breathe that energy in. As you exhale, you're releasing things that aren't there for your highest good. Yes, Joan, the book is actually really sort of cool. So I'm hoping to start using it soon. Oh, and for those of you who are into astrology, Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow. So if you have any things that communication is key, just know for the next, 10 days or so, it is a lot easier to have technology issues with Mercury retrograde and other types of miscommunication. Okay, so that was our third healing pulse of the night. So next we're going to work on negative emotions. The first part was negative beliefs. And so with this, pretty much I'll just use your list of what you gave me. And my negative emotion list, I've got like a list with like over 400 different negative emotions. Some of them are rather different. But when there's over 400, there's bound to be things that are very unique on this list. Usually, like when I use the emotion code, it has 60. So this is very specific. It's probably good you're there alone, Valerie. Okay. So let's see. So, Joanne, we're going to go back with you. Working on forgiveness and gratitude. Let's see which negative emotion is playing a part in that. So I'm going to go to a different page. Age 16, Joanne, undesirable. So that's playing a role in the gratitude and forgiveness. So let's release that. All right, so that has released. Jane, we're working on that injured finger. Did the pain level drop a little bit, Jane, with the work that we've done in it so far? Miserable. Let me get an age on that, Jane. 19, Jane. Let's get rid of that because that's playing a role in this somehow. Okay. With a physical injury, that's definitely harder. to drop the pain level, although I have seen it happen. So the next Healing Pulse chain, imagine that that's what's happening, that your pain level's dropping. Okay, so miserable has released. And even with releasing that trapped negative emotion, imagine your pain level just ebbing down. Okay. Marina, you are next. We're working on frustration. Melancholy. Let me get an age on that. "16, Marina. Let's get rid of that because that doesn't help you. Is that released and the voids being filled? Alright, so Leslie, we're going to do this because she's going to watch on the replay. We're looking at increasing her overall health. Misunderstood. Let me get an age on that for her. 16 for that. I think that's the age for tonight, is 16. Okay, so misunderstood for Leslie, that has released, and the voids have been filled. Good, so imagine that piece of releasing the miserableness, releasing a piece of your pain level. Alright, Valerie, you're next. Tummy issues. Has this work been helping a little bit, Valerie? Mocked. Let me get an age on that. 26, Valerie. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so that released, and the voids have been filled. Charlotte, we're just working on you overall. Let's see. Phobic. Let me get an age on that, Charlotte. Age 16. So let's release that because that's playing a role in you overall now. Is that a good wow or a bad wow, Valerie? Did that resonate? 26? I don't remember that age for you exactly. Good. Good, Valerie. So part of when we do this work is I release things, but oftentimes it's connected to how much you release it too, because part of this is personal belief, and we are our own best and worst healers. So I'm hoping you treat this as sort of a joint effort and that you help increase the power of what we're working on. All right. So Anne Marie, commitment. Let's see if there's a negative emotion that's tied to that, and I'm getting there is. So it's This doesn't make sense to me, but when I give you an age, I'm hoping it makes sense to you. But it's the word puny, Anne Marie. Let me get you an age. Also age 26. So let's get rid of that, because somehow that's playing a role. So I don't know if it's like how you thought of yourself. No, that's not quite right. But it was something related to you. So you have to let me know if that rings a bell at some point. All right, so Paula, you are next, and I'm going to sneeze, so hold on. Oh, what a horrible feeling. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so Paula, we're going to work on being more patient with people. So let's see what that is. I'm going to sneeze again because I can't sneeze just once. Restricted, Paula. Let me get an age on that and see if that makes more sense. Age 16. Let's release that. That's not helpful. So I did release, and the voids have been filled. And then Joan, we're working on love. Pressured. Let me get an age on you for that, Joan. Round age 18, Joan. Let's release that. That is not helpful. So I am getting that released. And then Nas, peacefulness. So let's see if there's a negative trapped emotion that's playing a role in not feeling peaceful that we can release. And we've got a different page. Unmindful. Let me get an age on that, see if that makes sense. Age 13, Nas. So let's release that because somehow that's playing a role today in not feeling peaceful. So I'm getting that released and the voids have been filled. And so we've got a couple things we're going to do yet. So that was everyone on my list. We are going to do some group positive reinforcements. So I think I'll do that next. I did want to talk a little bit about empathic versus intuitive because Jane had mentioned a few things last week. And at the end, we will be doing the aura strengthening. I think this week we'll skip the brain balancing, but we will do that next week. So last week I talked a little bit about automatic writing. Did anyone try it? So let me know in the comments. And next I'm going to find some positive beliefs that we're going to reinforce. And then we'll chat just a little bit about empathic versus intuitive. or excuse me, not positive beliefs, positive emotions. You are very welcome, Joan. So hold on, I need a tissue. My nose after sneezing. Okay. All right, so let me see how many emotions. Yeah, so try that. Try the automatic writing that we chatted about last week. If I had a little more time, I'd probably talk about it a little more this week, but maybe next week. Okay. All right, so working on the positive emotion list for the group. Let me just see how many I need to reinforce. We're gonna do 4. Ooh, united. 45% of you need this reinforced. So that's almost half of you. Let's see, we're down to, according to this, just a couple people that would have that. Okay. Next, so I got 3 more positive emotions we'll need to reinforce. Trusting. Let's see how many have that. %. Wow, everybody sort of cleared out except for a few of us. Okay, so I got 2 more. Valuable. Oh, that's a nice one. So 2 of you have 75%. All right, and let's see the final one. Ooh, satisfied. That's a nice one too, because it's not always easy to be satisfied. So let's see how many of you have that one. So 1 of you have satisfied. So I'm going to go ahead and reinforce united, trusting, valuable, and satisfied. All right, so that reinforced. So I'll just be really quick because we're over time for empathic and intuitive. So last week, Jane asked about feeling other people's energy and being able to read it, and if that's being intuitive. Typically, Jane, that is an intuitive trait. However, there's a difference between being intuitive and being empathic. Say you walk into a room and you could feel what other people are feeling. And you don't really know if it's you or if it's the other person. So empathic comes from the outside, intuitive comes from the inside. So if you have a friend who has, say they've got some energy that you can feel, if you know that this is their energy, that's more of an intuitive kind of thing. But if you are confused with, is this me? Is this them? Or is this someone else? That's more of an empathic kind of thing. Does that make sense? And I know there are a handful of you who you and I have chatted about being empathic, and how it affects you. And I know a number of you, that's one of the things that I've taught you when you use your muscle testing. If you wake up in the morning or all of a sudden you feel a certain way, you use the muscle testing to determine, is this mine? Because sometimes the energy that we're feeling is not ours, but we don't really know specifically that it's ours or someone else's. So if you muscle test, then you can find out, is this mine? Is this not mine? And so I think that can be really helpful. And being empathic, you will feel things in different ways. You know, if you're clairsentient, you feel it. But sometimes, if you're claircognizant, you just know something. But do you know it because you're intuitive, or do you know it because you ran into someone who was feeling that and knowing that? So there's a lot of different levels on intuitiveness, but being empathic really plays a role, and that can be good or bad. But being aware of it, I think, is key, that sometimes what you feel isn't always truly legitimately yours. So I'm hoping that helps. All right, so we're going to do the aura strengthening, and then you're going to get a week's worth of healing pulses to go. So we're going to do our last healing pulse energy, or if you just want to use your energies for the aura strengthening, that is great. With the aura strengthening, the reason why we do this is because things are so negative lately, and when your aura is stronger, it does help you repel negativity more easily. And so I want you to rub your hands together. If you are using the healing pulse energies, this is where you'll call those energies in. And then I want you to beam out to your aura and just imagine that it's strengthening the bubble that is your aura around you, so that anything negative, instead of just coming through, and especially if you're empathic, you feeling something really negative, imagine it bouncing back to whoever was sending that negativity towards you. So just imagine the energy coming out of your hands and spreading the energy around your aura, making it thicker, more protective. And that is pretty much it for our evening tonight. Thank you for being here. I will be here next Thursday. Think about for next week, is there something in addition you want to work on? Do we need to go more in depth with more layers regarding intuition and being empathic? Does that interest you? So, yeah. So I hope everyone has a good week. I appreciate you all so much. You're very welcome, Paula. You're welcome, Jane. Good night, Joan. Good night, Joanne. We'll probably talk more about the different types of intuition because there's some differences. There is a nonprofit out of Sedona called Free Soul, and I know this was probably 2010. I had a session with the founder, Pete, what was his last name? I can't remember. But it was really cool because he was able to tell me what percent my intuition was broken out as far as claircognizant, clairsentient, and all the different clairs, which is really helpful and interesting. So maybe you'll have to do something like that. I think you guys might get a kick out of that, knowing what your main clair is, and some tips on how to improve it. Good night, Anne-Marie. Love you too. Still burping and yawning. Well, I hope that gets better before you go to sleep, Valerie. Have a good night.